We still be talking about it like this behind the mic, just mildly, like nothing exactly really happened? What should we be doing at this point? Where are we going when it comes to the security of lives and properties and children specifically? Welcome to Security Breach right here on Superbirds Rhythm 93.7 FM Port Harcourt. Ambassador Bosinde is here. He's not so happy. Nobody is at the moment. And he said, we're going to put a stop to everything we're discussing and look at this issue this morning. Ambassador Bosinde, have you been able to sleep well since you had that report?
Sincerely speaking, our children are going to fancy schools here in the cities all over the country. And so we might not feel what these people felt, First of all, these people had to suffer by going to schools that are not up to even 50% of global standard. And on top of that level of degradation and poverty, now they are even kidnapped. It's I don't know what to say about it. So I don't know how any normal Nigerian should be. I understand there is politics all over the country and there's a lot of things to play politics with, but I don't think this should be one. In any case, I don't think this should be one.
I'm supposing that after 16 to 17 days or even more since these children were abducted, the president said he sent delegates to Oyo, to commiserate, or better still get to maybe just feel the presence, right?
Can you just stop talking about? Can you just stop talking about? Can you just stop talking about the president said? See, no offend Nigerians. No offend Nigerians. See, let me just tell you people what I have to say on this matter. You can't be mentioning the president now. No.
If we don't mention the president, who should we mention?
At this point, I have been, let's just. Nah, this one no even call himself a beg. That man no be.
But he's the person that.
Let me just say what is in my mind, because you don't understand it. And I know I have children. No, you never born now.
Yeah, I do not have to biologically have kids to feel what is going on.
No problem. Let your child travel normally for 1 week, or you travel normally for 1 week. You go to work, you don't see your child. Your child is safe, but you will miss your child. If you know the level of how you miss your child. I was in Lagos on Monday. Just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had to fly back again. I miss my children. And then someone's child is not that they travel. See, no talk there. Let me just say what I have in
go ahead. So what do we do at this point?
First of all, before we know what we do in this country regarding security, we must know what the problem is. If you have no knowledge of the root cause of the problem, you can never be able to provide proper solution. That's why in science, one of the ways they bring out these cures and antiviruses is by studying the virus itself and understand the root strength and cause of the virus. And then they begin to look for something under series of tests that can stand that virus. And when they get such, boom, a cure has come. That's what Nigeria should do with security. But the problem is that I'm talking to deaf ears. But I know things will change, because very soon I see the citizens taking charge of their security like I said the last time. Now let me tell you this. Let's take this now. Governor of Oyo State, Nigeria, Governor Makinde, is correct. He said he can only do little because he has no security strength. He's very correct. Why is he correct? No Nigerian state governor is a chief security officer of their state. All this, the governor is the chief security officer of the state, is babash, is rubbish. Because no governor in Nigeria is actually a chief security officer of his state. All Nigerian governors are merely chief financial officers of their state. Not chief security officers. They are chief financial officers. They are CFOs, not CSOs. I'm telling you, all they have is the finance. But as for security, it is fully controlled by the federal. Yes, the law says the governor can give an order to the commissioner of state and he must act on those orders directly or through his personnel. Lying. Where they work now? I beg, leave those things. So, they have no true control over security, arms, posting of personnel, and other necessary security strength worthy of a chief security officer. That's what makes a chief security officer. You understand me? You have to be able to control this. Now, until they can control arms and personnel, they can't secure their states. Right now, the only person we can call on for security in Nigeria is the president in his capacity as commander-in-chief. And his service chiefs, they are the only ones that can be held responsible for insecurity in Nigeria until power is decentralized through state police.
Okay, but Bosinde, this is not the first time we're having some governors try to do something in their own little way to ensure that their people are secure. Are you saying that since, of course, according to the constitution, there is no right to the governors when it comes to security, are you saying that they can't even do anything within whatever means or power
they can only
have?
fund anything? They will have meetings with the DSS, the police, the army, the navy, the air force, all of them. Even states that don't have river have navy base. You understand? And then they will have meetings upon meetings, and all that meeting ends with the governor bringing out money and giving to these service commanders in his states for them to do what they have discussed. But he has no true control over their actions. They can go back and tell him, we can't do this thing we discussed. There is nothing he will do.
Can he influence the process?
Influence what? He can only give money. The only person that can influence the process is the commander-in-chief, the president. That's the point I'm telling you. Now, take this. The Nigerian government is scared of allowing individuals and states become integral and intimate part of the federal security architecture. They are scared of allowing states have security independence. They are scared of allowing individuals have security independence. Why are they scared? They are scared because the government has failed the citizens so much that the only power they have over the citizens is the security power. And that power is used to control and coerce the citizens towards being subject and in obedience to what they do, as negative as it is. Therefore, they are scared of sharing that power, irrespective of the consequences, like we are seeing in the kidnapping of the children. Irrespective of such consequences, they are scared of sharing that power with the state, the local, and the individual. Well, I tell you truth, vigilantes in your area have done better work than the Nigerian military in with regards to fighting bandits and terrorism. Even in Borno State, where they are fighting these insurgents, it is still the vigilantes, the individual that volunteered and called themselves Civilian Joint Task Force, the farmers, the hunters. These people are the people still pushing this fight deeply. That's the truth. Even in your areas, you will be army response. That the peace generally is enjoyed currently in some part of the country, like in River State, is pushed mainly by local self-organized area, community, and street security. Yes or no? That's the truth. That is the truth. So, you can imagine when state police come, it will empower these avenues to be controlled, empowered, and properly funded, and now with proper administration and all. But let me leave that for now. I'm only telling you why Nigeria is scared of supporting local security, because they are scared that they've not done anything. And if people should be able to secure themselves, then people will be able to revolt against them. So let's hold the security power and not allow people have it. That said, now, you see, the children that are kidnapped, you understand me, are forced to pay a price for a situation they never prized. The kidnappers are not human, because humans are not capable of harming children, even in war-torn places. In fact, even during war, soldiers are careful, even militants are careful not to harm children. So when people begin to harm children, I do not consider them humans anymore. I consider them aliens from another planet. This has nothing to do with beliefs. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with fighting for a cause. There are extents you don't go. So I just consider them, they are not human. They are cannibals. They are cannibals. Already they've proven that with different beheadings and stuff. They are cannibals. They are not humans. So, what I want to urge the federal government to review the Nigerian security architecture immediately, because it's not working.
Okay. Okay. A lot of things you've said, but I'm looking.
Sorry, the military, which is the Army, Navy, and Air Force, are busy competing with the police and the NSCDC. Just everybody is just doing nothing. A soldier will chase you for wearing a camouflage in Nigeria, something you wear in the UK, you wear in the US, nobody's talking to you. In Nigeria, a soldier will be chasing you for wearing a camouflage very seriously when bandits are roaming the area.
Okay, like you've stated, it's important we facilitate and of course hasten the implementation of state policing, because according to you, that's going to be the first and most important way to handling all of the security challenges that we're having. But we want to appreciate you, Ambassador Bosinde, for coming through this morning. Because of want of time, we want to see what will happen in the coming days, because Nigerians are still protesting in so many areas, so many ways, to ensure that these children are brought home. Hopefully we have them brought home safe and sound at the end of the day. But thank you very much for coming through this morning, Ambassador Bosinde.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I know it's a very cold way to end the whole conversation, but of course the environment is cold with what is happening exactly, and so we just have to fold our arms and see what will happen at the end of the day. But in a couple of minutes,
pancake more chopper.
in like 2 minutes.